Shalom. Isaiah chapter 40 verse 21. And it reads, have you not known? Have you not heard? Have it not been told you from the beginning? It says, have ye not understood from the foundation of the earth? Questions. Let's go to Romans chapter 1, verse 18 through 21. Romans chapter 1, verse 18 through 21. When you get there, say praise Yahweh. And this is coming out of the King James Version Bible. It reads, chapter 18, verse 18. For the wrath of Yahweh is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men, who hold the truth in unrighteousness. Verse 19. Because that which may be known of Yahweh is manifest in them, for Yahweh hath showed it unto them. Praise Yahweh. Verse 20. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things which are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. Verse 21. Because that when they knew Yahweh, they glorified him not as God, neither were they thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish hearts were darkened. Praise Yahweh. So here we see that there once were people who knew Yahweh. Knew meaning that they were familiar, that they could identify, and that they could recognize Yahweh and Yahweh's teachings. Praise Yahweh. And instruction. But they became ungrateful and disrespectful. Praise Yahweh. Didn't want to honor him, and didn't want to live according to his standard. Praise Yahweh. The creation rebelling against its creator. Y'all see that today? Sound familiar? From the beginning. And as it says, his wrath is clearly revealed and shown. Yahweh is mad. Praise Yahweh. Yahweh is upset. He's enraged. Yahweh is angry. Why? Why is Yahweh upset and angry? It's because you still refuse to do what I said do. You still desire to be hard-headed. You still refuse. You still desire to be arrogant. You still desire to be ignorant and disobedient. You know disobedience and those who obey. Praise Yahweh. It says you now disobedience. That's what you do. You disobedience. You put it down. Praise Yahweh. So what has happened? Your mind has been given over to another nature. Praise Yahweh. Your mind has been given over to another nature. Praise Yahweh. How many of y'all out there with me? You with me? Say praise Yahweh. It says your mind has been given over to another nature. And this is showing us that these people who once knew Yahweh have forsaken their natural spiritual nature and now have taken on a new nature, which is the essential qualities and characteristics of a person or thing. Nature. Forsook their divine and eternal nature and have taken hold of the wrath of Yahweh in disobedience. Praise Yahweh. Let us go to Jude, the book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 6 and 10. The book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 6 and 10. When you get there, say praise Yahweh. Y'all with me? Praise Yahweh. It says, verse 6, and the angels, the Malach, which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day. Verse 10. But these folk speak evil of those things which they know not. But what they know naturally as brute beasts, in those things they corrupt themselves. Praise Yahweh. Self-corruption. Self-destruction. They didn't take hold of life and righteousness. So they grabbed the hold of death and evil. Wickedness. Is that not upon you today? Corrupted teachings. Is that not upon you today, O children of Israel? death and evil continually. Is that not upon you today, O lost black man and woman of America? So Yahweh had to send me, his son, to deliver unto you, his chosen people, this message, still in pristine, pure, and original condition. The exact document, not a replica, not a duplicate. No, this is the same message because it had been contaminated. It had become polluted. It had become watered down. It had become forsaken. It had become surgically incised and discombobulated. Praise Yahweh. It's not of the same reservoir anymore. Let's go to 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 21. That's the book of 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 21. And when you get there, say praise Yahweh if you feeling me. It reads, for it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness, then after they have known it, to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them. Praise Yahweh. It had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness, than after they have known it, to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them. Praise Yahweh. It says, Yahweh has sent me to show you the difference between me and your preachers and teachers. Yahweh has sent me to show you the difference between me and your honorary men today. Praise Yahweh. How many of you out there understand that this is not what your pastors are teaching? Go ahead. Don't be ashamed. It's okay. You don't hear this proclamation today. Who else is proclaiming the name Yahweh? Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh. How many? How many times do you hear your government official announce in the name of Yahweh? How many times do you hear the name Yahweh in your conversations? This is a divine decree, meaning it comes from the Creator, Yahweh himself. Praise Yahweh. Man is not aware of God anymore. Until God reveals himself to man. Praise Yahweh. What they call revelation. And a revelation is a term that expresses the fact that God, Yahweh, has made something known to men, which would be truths and realities that men could not discover for themselves. It's revelation. Praise Yahweh. It says, you won't know me until I show you or reveal myself to you. Meaning, you will be unaware and unconscious of me. So Yahweh sent me, his son, El Shalom Barakah ben Yahweh Israel, to reveal unto your mind that message from the beginning. Are you ready? How many of you want to get took back to the beginning? Praise Yahweh. My name, my people, my inheritance, my divine language, they won't know until it's time for them to know. Until they have approved themselves and become ready to know. So they will be what? In darkness. How many of you know what darkness is? That's darkness. Walking around killing themselves in darkness. Killing others in darkness. Destroying the earth and polluting the water. Polluting the air. Just in darkness. Don't know their purpose. Praise Yahweh. Pimping and whoring. Trapping. Oh yeah, we getting real today. How many of y'all been in the trap? Praise Yahweh. I can relate. I've been there. And Yahweh delivered me from that place. Praise Yahweh. He says, leading and being led astray. Don't get ashamed, oh pastors and preachers. We all in this together. It's just time for some of us to get right. Praise Yahweh. It says, leading and being led astray. And this is that reality that you are aware of. Oppression, prison, and captivity. Lack of love and care, concern. These are the times. These are those times that were foreseen and foresaw and gave a forewarning. Praise Yahweh for that warning. Well, that alarm has been sounding and ringing and going off. You can't hear it? How many of you can hear that alarm going off in your streets? Behind those walls in the prisons? How many of you can hear that cry from beyond the graveyard? I can. Praise Yahweh. It says you might have even been hearing it, but don't know what to do, where to go, who to trust. Yahweh knows this, as he said in Daniel chapter 12, verse 2 and 4. Right? He has been knew this and told you about it before it came, because he set all of these things in motion. Praise Yahweh. Like a domino effect. But Yahweh cares and loves you so much so as to give you the way out. Ooh, Yahweh is merciful. He has cared so much to give you a way out, to turn you from your wicked and evil machinations and ways. Praise Yahweh. He has loved you so much to give you a way out of the hidden agendas and come back to me. Praise Yahweh. You have seen what I have done to those before you who were hard-headed and refused to take heed. You have seen it, because I have left signs all around you, so you are without excuse. It says you are without excuse when it comes upon you, swiftly as a thief in the night. So grab a hold of life and let go of this deadline. You have a lifeline, and his name is Yahweh. I'm here. You better use that lifeline. You better use it, because Yahweh knows those who are his. Praise Yahweh. It says he searches the hearts and minds of men, discerning the thoughts and intentions of the heart. You can't fool Yahweh. You only fool yourself. Praise Yahweh. It says the only way you can come to Yahweh is being pure and sincere and straight. Praise Yahweh. He is all-knowing. That's right. All-knowing. Those fools who turned against Yahweh, who heard the word in the beginning and turned away, thought they were wise. They thought they were outsmarting Yahweh. They plotted, but Yahweh is the best of plotters. They schemed, but Yahweh is the best of schemers. Praise Yahweh. Knowing the end from the beginning. Praise Yahweh. So Yahweh has preserved this message for his people for these times and sent it by his special messenger, his son, whom he loved before the beginning of the earth. Here I am. With that guarded message. Praise Yahweh. Alaikum shalom. Before you end it, I'm going to end it in prayer. For all my Israelites out there. Shalom alaikum. Praise Yahweh. May Yahweh bless your understanding. I am El Shalom Barakah bin Yahweh Israel, founder of Peace and Blessings Ministries. This is brought to you on behalf of the Aquatic Light Publications and Brother Hezekiah bin Israel. Shalom alaikum. Aniyah Habatah.